Welcome everybody. This is going to be a short 5-minute video on how to create Google Classroom. You can see this is my page that I would see as of last year. I haven't gotten rid of these classes, but for a lot of you, maybe you've never used Google Classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and change my profile. So I'm going to start from scratch. And you're going to go to the 9 dots. You're going to click on Google Classroom. It's going to take you to the site. And you can see there's no classes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the plus sign. Now, once I do that, I'm either going to join a class for students that you want to invite. They're going to hit join the class. But for you, you're the creator, you're the teacher. So you're going to hit create a class. And you're going to check off and continue. You're going to title the class. You can title it anything you wish. I'm going to call it test. And the other areas aren't really that important. So this will be creating the classroom. So here we have it. And it'll give you a picture here of what it'll look like for your class. You can change this, by the way, by selecting a different theme, uploading your own photo. Here's a class code. Now, when you want to invite students, this is the code that they're going to want to enter. Instead of creating a class, they're going to join a class, they're going to enter that code. Okay. So here we have the Google Classroom. So one of the things I would strongly recommend is that you go into settings, which is right here. And depending on how you like to conduct your class, I typically go to stream. Students can post and comment, and I change that to only the teacher can. I also like, it can show when you do posts, show condensed notifications. I change that to show attachments and details. That's just how I like to do it. Then you'll hit save. So I like to see if I have a attachment, I want students to be able to see that on the front page. That's how I like to do it. So how do you actually, now that we have a Google Classroom, we've invited students, how do you post? Well, you go over to classwork and you create. And once you create, you can post an assignment, a quiz, questions, material, reuse a post. That's what I use quite a bit. Once I put a post up that I like to use a lot, I'll reuse it quite often. But let's say you have a question. That's usually what I do. Questions that students will answer. And you just write in the question here. And you can do attachments from your desktop. You can also create from your Google Drive, and you can place things from your Google Drive. And then you would simply ask, or if you want to, you can schedule a post, or you can save that draft. And sometimes I'll do that with the test because I don't want students to come in right away and be able to get onto a test. So I'll save it and post it later. And then you would simply ask it. So it's going to do that now. Now, you can also go back and edit it, delete it, or copy the link. But let's say on that post, I want to edit it. And instead of showing it to all students, you can click out of that. And I can't do that now because I have enough students, but you can delete some students that you don't want to see that post. You can point totals. Typically, for a question, if you want to, you can grade it. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You can change that point total there, due date, topic. So those are just some of the things you can do within that post. And again, once you go back here to stream, and you'll see that post right here. So you have the stream, the classroom, people, grades. Typically, because we use Infinite Campus, grading I typically never use. They do have a system where it'll show you in a spreadsheet grades, but again, you're going to have to enter it into IC regardless. So just some of the things you want to think about when using Google Classroom.